Hey ho und willkommen zurück zu Let's Play Genshin Impact wegen 21:9 und wenn ihr jetzt das eingeschaltet habt, naja, ihr seht ja schon eine Zahl, bei 1090 habt ihr halt dementsprechend 1090 Folgen verpasst. Deswegen an dieser Stelle den Hinweis hier oben rechts, wenn ihr auf das i-Symbol klickt, kommt ihr auf die Playlist Let's Play Genshin Impact und müsst auf jeden Fall ab Folge 1030 gucken. Warum sage ich das? Naja, in der letzten Episode kam zu Zeitpunkt, wo ich dieses Video gedreht habe, 4.1 raus. Ja, mir ist bewusst, dass es sehr lange gedauert hat, bis diese Episode released worden ist, weil bestimmt sind wir schon bei 6.0 oder so. Nur, man muss halt auch sagen, die Leute haben sich bei 4.0 so krass beschwert, also das habe ich in den Social Media Seiten auch bei anderen Leuten gesehen, die Story ist doch viel zu lang, der Archon und bla 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 und so, ne? Und ganz ehrlich, hört nicht auf diese Menschen, schaut euch die Playlist in Ruhe an, denn nach dem Archon-Auftrag, der Archon-Auftrag war ja nur der Aufbau für etwas Größeres gewesen, haben wir so vieles erfahren, so viele Fragen sind aber dabei noch offen geblieben, wie zum Beispiel das mit den Roboter Coppelius, denn wir haben Notizzettel gefunden, was die wahrscheinlich noch nicht gefunden hatten zu diesem Zeitpunkt. Und Coppelius schien ja ein Mensch zu sein und auch Mitglied des Narzisstenkreuzes und all diese Dinge. Deswegen, wenn ihr die Fontaine-Story kennt, solltet ihr trotzdem weiter gucken, denn dann kommen die ganzen Nebenmissionen, die wir gemacht haben und ein paar kleine Events, die parallel liefen. So, an dieser Stelle setzen wir auch direkt bei den nächsten Archon-Auftrag-Episode an. Dafür müssen wir hier in den Untergrund und die müssen wir halt Navia besuchen. Und ja, da fangen wir jetzt an. Ich gucke gerade mal. Also der Teleporter war oben. Okay, gut, das war gerade nicht ganz klar gewesen. So. So, und an dieser Stelle natürlich noch den zweiten Hinweis, da es sich ja um einen Story-Kanal handelt, natürlich muss auch zwischendurch gefarmt werden und so weiter und erkundet, seid ihr gut dran, wenn ihr hier ein Abo lassen würdet, denn dann seid ihr halt auch immer auf den ganzen Details vorbereitet, was vielleicht andere Streamer vor allem auch gerne mal skippen. Deswegen, ja, ich gucke gerade, müssen wir zu ihr da unten? Oh, was war das denn? Ich will nicht immer auf alles rumklettern. Hallöchen, gibt es irgendetwas, womit ich dir als Rechtsbeistand helfen kann? Bist du eine Repräsentantin? Warte mal, müssen wir die überhaupt ansprechen? Wie schade, ach nein, ich meine, was für ein Glück. Warte mal, ich muss erstmal gucken, ich bin an der falschen Stelle gelandet, weil normalerweise bei Archon-Aufträgen gibt es halt Dialoge. Proben gegen Chess-Territon, das Geheimnis. Aha. So.
Now that the serial disappearances case has been solved, no one's going to come after us for anything. Even without Silver standing guard, we can just completely relax. Why don't we stay and rest up here for a while? Even machines in Fontaine need to stop and recharge now and then.
Wenn wir uns ausruhen wollen, könnten wir uns doch einen Ort mit einer schönen Aussicht aussuchen. Raus mit der Wahrheit, Paimon.
Oh, fine. Remember that detective story Paimon read before? Well, the author is about to release a new book, so Paimon wanted to buy it as soon as it came out and have a quiet place to read it.
Na gut, aber sag mir nicht, wer der Täter ist.
Then it's agreed. Come on, let's get some sleep. We'll need to be up first thing in the morning to get in line and buy a copy. Paimon didn't expect that style at all. Even though it's a detective novel, it's also like a social documentary. Whew. It's actually pretty good.
Du hast es erst jetzt fertig gelesen? Du bist wirklich eine langsame Leserin, Paimon.
No. Paimon just spends a bit more time sleeping than you, that's all.
Excuse me, but do you know if the Traveler and Paimon are lodging here?
Huh? Who are you? Paimon doesn't recall seeing you before. Wait, you're not here to give us trouble, are you?
A blonde traveler and a chatty little fairy. Looks like I found the place. Good thing I asked the Spina di Rosula. Seems they sent me the right way.
Hey, what do you mean by chatty? Paimon's always careful not to talk too much. Most of the time, anyway.
It's an honor to meet you both. I was sent from the Palais Mermonia. Monsieur Neuvillette wishes to see you. It seems he has something important to discuss in person.
Neuvillette? He wants to see us again already? Huh. We talked so much the last time we met. Has something happened since then?
I am not privy to the details. It would be best if you came to the Palais Marmonia and asked Monsieur Neuvillette in person.
If you say so, but Hyman has a bad feeling about this.
Now that I've delivered the message, I'll take my leave.
Thanks! We haven't left the room for a few days, so we'll head over once we've freshened up a bit.
Zu den leuchtenden Sternen tief im Wasser. Kapitel 4, Akt 3. So, dann werden wir den mal besuchen. Falls ihr es vergessen habt, es war halt bei der zweiten Kriegsverhandlung so gewesen, dass auch der Graf bestraft worden ist, obwohl er unschuldig war. Und ja, er hat sich dementsprechend gewehrt. Okay, ich muss mich wirklich hochteleportieren. Und ja, Neuvillette war da ein bisschen besorgt deswegen gewesen, weil das Urteil ist normalerweise rechtens und kräftig auf jeden Fall, auch vom Archen sozusagen, naja, ja, wie soll ich sagen, halt, es ist halt Gott, so in diesem Sinne, ne? Einmal hier rein. Boah, da hatten wir auch eine Mission gemacht, die war auch ein bisschen, hätte besser sein können. So, einmal hier rechts. Also der ist da immer noch ein bisschen verzweifelt. Naja, gut. Ihr habt ja die Plays, ihr könnt ja die Story noch mal selber gucken, wenn ihr das sehen wollt. Ach, der steht tatsächlich schon in seinem Büro.
Neuvillette! We're here! Did you want to see us about something? Huh? Why were you just standing there? You daydreaming or thinking something over?
Yes, I did send someone to fetch you. But as for what I'd like to discuss next, well, I still have some reservations.
Given that we've already made the trip here, you should just tell us. Bet you need us to help you with something, right?
I do indeed have something I'd like to ask you to do. However, you should wait until after I tell you the details, then decide for yourselves whether you'd like to help or not. The situation is this. It has come to my attention that the Snezhnayan harbinger known as the Knave wants a diplomatic meeting with you, correct? I heard that she was originally from Fontaine, but for her to suddenly arrive here and abruptly request such a meeting like this, I sincerely advise you to refuse her invitation outright. I'm sure you're aware that her purpose is most likely related to Child's recent predicament. We convicted one of the Snezhnayan harbingers in a court of law, but we have yet to provide any form of detailed report on the matter. This does indeed provide an opportunity for Snezhnaya to put pressure on us. I believe we should adopt an evasive stance until we can provide a proper explanation and have a preliminary plan on how to deal with the matter.
No, we shouldn't. I think we should agree to the meeting.
Oh?
Well, you see, we are the ones that owe an explanation. If we keep putting off the meeting, it could easily result in the problem escalating, right? It's like a fight between two friends. If they don't agree to see each other and talk in person, isn't it possible that the friendship could end entirely?
Though diplomatic relations between Fontaine and Snezhnaya could be considered as friendly, it is only superficially so. You wouldn't go so far as to say that our nations are friends, as you did in your example.
It was just an analogy. An analogy, okay?
Moreover, even if we were to talk in person, if we don't have sufficient information prepared, it is quite possible the result wouldn't be restored relations, but a complete falling out.
I don't think we should overthink those possibilities yet. Even if the logic of the divine is not immediately apparent, its wisdom will only be revealed with time. Besides, you'll be at the meeting. If any problems do pop up, you'll have no problem navigating them.
I must clarify that interacting and communicating with people outside of court is not my cup of tea. It seems you think too much of me. But more importantly, when did I agree to join the meeting with you?
You mean you won't come? No, that won't do. I can't go to the meeting alone. You have to accompany me. I must take you with me.
Lady Furina, could there be something else regarding this matter that is being kept from me?
No, not at all. Look, I am the Hydro-Archon of Fontaine, Focalor, the god of justice who is loved and adored by many. So I only hope that justice will be served in this matter. Don't overthink it. I'll go find someone to arrange the meeting.
Though it could officially be considered a diplomatic conference, I prefer to see our meeting today as an ordinary tea party. I assume you see it the same way, Miss Furina? Lady Furina?
Yes, that's right. Just like you said, a tea party. I should thank you for providing the pastries. They look delectable. To make this tea party even more lively, I've invited someone else to join us today.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Monsieur Neuvillette. I was born in Fontaine, so naturally, there's no need to introduce the nation's revered Udex to me.
Hello. The pleasure is also mine.
First, I would like to thank the two of you. I'm often away on business outside of Fontaine, and I'm told that the children of the House of the Hearth have been well taken care of by you. Oh, I'm not referring to when my children, Linny and Lynette, were falsely accused by you. Please don't misunderstand. The children of the House of the Hearth are often misunderstood, perhaps due to the reputation of the Fatui. There's no getting around that. All I meant to say is that Fontaine has been stable in recent years. The people are well off and the children lead happy, fulfilled lives. That is something truly worth cherishing, and no one wishes to disrupt such peace.
Now then, you have come regarding the matter of child, correct?
Well, yes. It appears the ever-busy Udex Neuvillette doesn't wish to waste time with diplomatic pleasantries, and hopes that we can get straight to the point of our talk. Yes, as you surmised, understanding child's situation is indeed one of the goals of this trip. As we are both diplomats from Snezhnaya as well as Fatui harbingers, Child and I have always been colleagues. Were anything to happen in Fontaine, each of us would serve as the other's attorney to resolve the issue. So now, in my capacity as his attorney, I request that Child be turned over to Snezhnaya. We have a responsibility to cooperate with Fontaine and resolve what has happened to him together.
The rules governing attorneys only apply before a trial has concluded. Since a verdict has already been rendered, we see the case as settled. I apologize for being unable to grant your request.
An outright refusal. Very well. I respect all the rules of Fontaine's courts, just as I respect you as Chief Justice. Okay, why don't we back up a step? You don't need to transfer Child to us. I only request to enter the fortress of Meripede to see Child and confirm his condition. It's not like you couldn't even manage to fulfill a simple request like that. Right, Miss Furina?
About that.
The fortress of Meripede has always been completely autonomous. Even we have no authority to interfere there, and diplomatic issues do not suffice as an excuse. However, if you absolutely must confirm the situation of the Harbinger, I have a proposal.
The knave showed up already? Well, Linny did say that father will be returning soon. We didn't even know that Lenny was from the House of the Hearth at the time, so we kinda overlooked that information.
Bitte seid vorsichtig, Neuvillette. Arlecchino oder wie auch immer ist ein harter Hund und vor allem ihr oder es Name war auch wieder in Anführungszeichen geschrieben, was die Sache wieder sehr interessant macht, aber naja, gut.
Yes, thank you for your kind advice. I'm well aware of the situation. I also noticed that Lady Furina acts a little odd and unnatural whenever I bring up matters related to the Knave.
Could the Knave be threatening Lady Furina or something?
If that were the case, then why wouldn't Lady Furina inform me? And what means could the Knave possibly have to twist the arm of an Archon?
So maybe that's not very likely. Even though Furina can act a little weird at times, she's still an Archon.
In reality, this problem is even more thorny than it appears. According to reports from the fortress of Meropide, Child recently disappeared under mysterious circumstances.
Bezüglich Furina, allein deswegen sage ich halt, dass die Leute die Story nicht verstanden haben, denn ich hatte ja gesagt, dass da gab es halt auch ein paar Events und so weiter parallel laufend und in einem Event hatte der Spielzeugherstellende Uhrmacher oder sein Bruder davon gesagt, ja, die beiden Menschen sind auch Roboter und es gibt auch so die Theorie, dass vielleicht Fontaine schon längst untergegangen sei, wieder neu von Furina aufgebaut worden ist und dass das alles Roboter sind. Denn auch im Brunnen gibt es so eine Stimme von Furina, wo sie halt am Weinen ist. Und ja, ich kann mir gut vorstellen, dass Neuvillette das zum Beispiel gar nicht weiß. Es ist halt nur eine Theorie bis jetzt. Und dass deswegen Furina nichts darüber sagt. Aber naja, gut. Jedenfalls, der Graf ist verschwunden. Ist der etwa geflohen?
The details are still unclear. We cannot rule out an escape, but there have also been no reports of him outside of the fortress of Meropide. Special guards oversee the fortress, and its internal systems are extensive. Combined with the special characteristics of the surrounding terrain, an escape should not be possible. I suspect that there's something else behind Child's disappearance. I was only willing to share this information with you because you are friends of Child, and it is my duty to see justice done.
So this is what you wanted to see us about before.
Yes. I would like you to go to the fortress of Meropide and investigate Child's disappearance. This was my proposal during our meeting with the Knave. Rather than allowing her to intervene, I offered to send someone to find out about Child's situation and report back to her in detail. The Knave did not seem satisfied by my proposal, but she still agreed to go along with it for the time being. Her words were, "We will talk more once we have that report."
So that means we bought ourselves some time.
Aber warum gerade wir? Wäre es nicht praktischer, dies einem Beamten von Fontaine zu überlassen? Oder liegt das daran, dass wir das göttliche Auge von Graf besitzen?
Firstly, you're already acquainted with Child. Your eyes may discern relevant details there that others would miss. And secondly, is the consideration of the unique nature of the fortress of Meropide.
Isn't it just Fontaine's prison?
I would not define it so crudely. The fortress of Meropide is not affiliated with the court system of Fontaine on paper. It has always existed as an autonomous entity. Early in Fontaine's history, criminals were punished with exile, not imprisonment. Even today, sentences against convicted criminals still include exile, just as before. The fortress of Meropide may seem like a prison, but it should in fact be regarded as a gathering place for exiles. All we do is dispatch guards to keep watch and help maintain security, but we have no right to get involved with any other matters. Although I do have a personal relationship with the administrator there, neither myself nor the courts have the right to be directly involved with the investigation, no matter how serious the grounds.
Oh, Paimon gets it now. That's why you need us to conduct our own investigation as a third party, right?
Correct. I will arrange false charges against you so that you may secretly investigate inside the fortress during your detention. This will save us a lot of unnecessary trouble. So, are you two willing to accept my proposal?
Da du in einer sehr schwierigen Lage bist und Tartaglia-Nudelsorte unser Freund ist.
Yeah, no matter how you look at it, it seems we're the best choice. Alright, we hereby accept this difficult task. reluctantly.
You too have my sincere thanks. This matter is of critical importance to Fontaine's current situation. Also, I hope that both of you can keep this operation a secret. We will rendezvous at the Fortress of Meropede's entrance on Irenaeus once you've prepared yourselves. I will arrange for someone to take you inside.
Prepared ourselves? Is there something we need to prepare?
Perhaps you could enjoy a good meal and have a nice bath. I'm afraid that living conditions inside the fortress are nothing like those on the outside world.
Oh, right! Even though we'll be there on trumped-up charges, we'll be in prison for real. On second thought, is it too late to back out?
Das fällt jetzt erst auf. Da gab es auch die Situation, wo wir hier beim Arkenfinale von Sumeru eingesperrt worden ist. Folge 650, 60, 70 um den Dreh. Naja, sie ist ein Paimon. Es ist schon abgemacht, also von daher kann man da wahrscheinlich nicht mehr aussteigen.
Please do not worry. Since you are sacrificing both your time and quality of life for the sake of delivering this report, you will be compensated according to the highest standards permitted to legal staff, regardless of the outcome.
Now that's more like it. Come on, traveler, let's go eat the best meal we can find. We'll eat so much that we won't need to eat another meal for a whole month. You're a treat.
Are you leaving now? In that case, please take this cake as a token of my personal gratitude.
Aha. Interessant. Ach, den Kuchen haben wir schon aufgehoben. Okay. Aber jetzt haben wir Arlecchino mal richtig gesehen. Was das für ein Modell ist. Also Charaktermodell. Krass. Aber nicht so ein krasser Upgrade zu Fontaine, muss ich sagen. Ich meine, schaut euch mal Navia an. Da hatte ich auch schon damals diskutiert mit Navia. Hier allein ihr Korsett, die hatte, also das ist schon ein krasser Skin, aber bei Navia hier, die ganzen Knöpfe hatte sie hier noch gehabt, dieses Korsett und die ganzen Details so, ist nicht zu vergleichen mit diesem Skin. Und Arlecchino, ach, wie auch immer man sie aussprechen soll, ich habe keine Ahnung. Ja, da fehlt noch so ein bisschen. Ich dachte, vielleicht machen sie ein bisschen mehr mit dem Charaktermodell. Im Sinne dafür, dass SNES nachher später released werden soll. Ich schätze mal persönlich bei 6.0 kann ja sein, dass es jetzt gerade im Augenblick released worden ist. Ich weiß es halt nicht, ne? Also ich bin halt immer noch hier bei 4.1. Hab ja meinen Uploadplan ja schon zweimal oder dreimal anpassen müssen, damit man mit den Folgen langsam hinterherkommt. Aber wenn die Entwickler sagen, ja, alle 6 Wochen kommt Update und dann die Dialoge werden dann länger bei 2.4, 2.6 seit dieser Zeit und alles, da kommt man einfach nicht mehr hinterher, wenn ihr wisst, was ich meine. Also ja, dafür ist es kontinuierlich und dauerhaft. So, hier hin.
I'll have that and that. Oh, and one of those two. Ooh, and no Fanta, thank you.
Du hast wirklich eine Menge bestellt, Paimon. Hast du nicht gerade nur wie letzten Kuchen aufgegessen?
That cake was pretty good. But as soon as Paimon remembered that we were about to go to prison, Paimon's stomach suddenly became completely empty. Now that Paimon thinks about it, we've always been super careful ever since we arrived in Fontaine. Just to avoid breaking any strange laws here. But here we are, about to willingly send ourselves off to the Fortress of Meropede. Maybe this is what they call fate. Let's just try our best to investigate everything quickly once we get there. Paimon doesn't want to stay in prison too long.
Oh, what is that I hear? Is it the taste of a breaking story?
Hey! You can't hear a taste! And what are you doing here, Charlotte?
Oh, don't remind me. I invited an eyewitness to a case to eat here, and I was planning to get some great material out of him. But he didn't even show up. Calm down, calm down. This is nothing new. As a journalist, you should be used to this by now. As long as you can score some juicy tidbits from the traveler, you might still be able to recover the cost of the meal.
You know we can still hear you, Charlotte.
Never mind. It's nothing. I just heard you mention the Fortress of Meropede. You didn't commit a crime, did you? Please tell me all about it.
No way! We would never! We're just going there to...
Paimon?
Oh no, Paimon almost forgot that Neuvillette told us to keep it a
Wir werden unsere Strafe absetzen und unseren Schuld reinwaschen, weil wir öffentlich das Ende eines Kriminalromans verraten haben. Was für eine Begründung.
Huh? You're being arrested for that? Oh, but now that I think about it, I suppose that's not completely unreasonable. That's pretty despicable, almost as offensive as committing theft.
You mean Paimon really did something that serious?
Siehst du, ich hab's dir gesagt. Du hast es damals einfach auf die leichte Schulter genommen. Ja, weil Paimon hat wirklich was gespoilert.
Sorry, Paimon really messed up.
Well, in that case, it's nothing particularly newsworthy after all. Oh, how disappointing. Oh, right, there's still a chance. Since you're going to be at the Fortress of Mirapede, would you be willing to help me gather some material for a story?
About that, Paimon doesn't think we'll have any time.
Oh, it's nothing difficult. All you have to do is think of a way to get some time face-to-face with the warden of the fortress. He was awarded the honorary title of Duke in Fontaine. Sounds really cool, huh? Only those who have made significant contributions to the nation have been conferred this title. It's incredibly rare. On top of that, the Fortress of Mirapede has never been under the jurisdiction of the courts. Practically nobody, including journalists like me, knows anything about the person in charge there. Oh, if I could write an exclusive article about him, I bet it would sell a boatload of papers.
You make it sound easy, but it really depends.
Of course, I wouldn't ask you to do it for free, so this meal is on me.
All right, you got a deal. We'll do anything you want.
Then it's settled. The food should be here any second, right? Huh? Wait, just how much did you order?
Oh, Paimon's so slow. Well, guess we have nothing to regret now, so let's get going. Wait. Paimon just said something really ominous, didn't she?
Was? Ihr habt so viel bestellt? Gott, ey, das war eine gute Stelle gewesen im Game. Aber wo befindet sich das? Ach, hier müssen wir hin sogar. Ach, gut, dann machen wir Folgendes. Wartet mal, eine Sache muss ich auf jeden Fall checken. Wie sieht es denn aus mit den Marken, also mit den Siegeln hier? Ach, 16 Stück, Mist, reicht nicht. Gut, na egal, dann hat sich das auch schon wieder erledigt. Dann werden wir schon uns dort hin teleportieren. Oh, Alter, das Scrollen ist manchmal ziemlich empfindlich, wenn man so will. Und ich würde sagen, hier machen wir einen Cut, würde sich perfekt anbieten, wie es weitergeht, was uns dort erwartet und so werdet ihr dann in den nächsten 10, 20, vielleicht sogar 30 Folgen sehen und erleben. Deswegen empfehle ich euch von vornherein ein Abo dazulassen, denn so könnt ihr nichts verpassen und dort erlebt, oder hier erlebt ihr wenigstens auch wirklich alles, was wir dann so machen, unzensiert und ungeschnitten. Like, Dislike, kommentiert meine Videos, Fragenanmerkungen, was auch immer, gern gesehen und so weiter. Folgt noch meine Social Media Kanäle, die ich ebenfalls verlinkt habe und würde mal sagen, bis zum nächsten Mal. Ciao, ciao.